Now, checkboxes are widely used on our web pages to offer multiple choices of an option to the user. It is basically a GUI that allows the user to make certain choices for the given options. Okay, now the user may get a list of choices and the checkbox records the choices made by the user. The user can select either single choice or multiple choices. Okay, so the user can make single choices or multiple choices out of the given list depending on their requirement. Okay, so first we will learn how to handle these checkboxes and then we will learn how to validate them. Now the user will select the options according to their requirement. But as a quality engineer, when you are becoming a software tester, what will you do with these choices? You're going to validate these choices. Okay, that's what your work is, right? As an automation tester, you perform test cases, right? So how we're going to handle the checkbox, that we're going to learn first, and then we're going to perform some validations on the checkboxes. Okay, so here we will understand the validation through three commands, that is the is displayed, is enabled and is selected. We have covered these three commands in the previous tutorials, and I have also explained the difference between these three commands. Okay, so now this is the page that we're going to automate today. Here you can see we have the check boxes. Now you must be thinking, how do we handle these check boxes, right? It's very easy. Simply just clicking on these check boxes, it gets checked. And if we click again, it is unchecked, right? That's what we're going to do to handle these check boxes. So just open your IntelliJ IDEA IDE. So here I have already created a Selenium tutorial 18 Java class in package.com.tutorials of Selenium. And here we have written the three basic commands that we write in all the programs. Okay, that is first launching the Chrome browser. To launch the Chrome browser, we write system.setProperty, in which we involve the key, that is the webdriver.chrome.driver, and the value is the executable file. Next, we have written WebDriver driver is equal to new Chrome driver, which launches the Chrome browser. Now we have to navigate to the URL through driver.get command. This is the page that we're going to navigate to. So I have copied this URL in driver.get command. And then we are maximizing the browser. So let's just execute this. I'll run this. Here you can see my Chrome browser is launched. It's maximized. It's navigated and it's maximized. Okay. So basically these three commands are working properly. Now let's handle the checkboxes. Okay. Now to handle the checkboxes, generally what you do, you just click on it, right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to perform the click operation over here. First, let's inspect this. I'll just go on selectors hub and I'll just copy this relative XPath. I will write driver.findElement by.xpath and I'll specify the XPath over here. Okay, so I will let me store this in a web element type of a variable. I'll name it as sports because it's a sports checkbox. Okay, now what operation do we need to perform over here? We need to click this. So I will write sports.click command. Okay, let us execute this. Okay, so my Chrome browser is launched. It's navigated. It's maximized. And here you can see the sports is checked. Okay, next, again, we will inspect this element, that is the reading element checkbox. Here it is. So I will copy the relative XPath. And again, I will write web element. I will write it as reading is equal to driver.findElement by.xpath and I will specify the XPath over here. Okay, now what operation do I need to perform over here is click. So I'll simply just click this. I will give some time limit over here so that we can see the execution properly. Let me execute this again. So here my Chrome browser is launched, navigate and maximize, and here you can see the sports is clicked. The reading is also clicked. Okay, so now the third web element. So I'll write web element and I will specify the variable over here as music is equal to driver find element by dot xpath, and I will just inspect this element, and here it is. So I will just copy this xpath and I will paste it over here. Now what operation I need to perform over here is click operation, right? So I will just write music dot click. Let's specify some time over here so that we can see the execution properly. I'll execute this. So here my Chrome browser is launched. It's navigated. It's maximized, and here you can see sports is checked, reading is checked, music is also checked. Okay. Now while handling these check boxes, there is check and uncheck, right? So we have learned how to check these check boxes. Let's learn how to uncheck them. So if the check box is checked, simply by clicking it again, it will uncheck, right? So that's what we're going to perform it again. So if we write uncheck, so here I have written uncheck, and what I'll do is I will click all these elements again. So I'll just write sports dot click, and then I will specify some time, thread dot sleep. Then again I'm going to write reading dot click, and then I will specify some time, click, and then I will specify some time over here. So I'll write thread dot sleep. Again I'll write music dot click. Just by clicking them again, I'm going to uncheck it. Okay, so I'll write thread dot sleep over here also. Now why I'm writing thread dot sleep is because I want to see the execution of the code properly. Okay, so I'm giving a waiting time over here basically. So let's execute this, and my Chrome browser is launched. It's navigated, it's maximized, sports is checked, reading is checked, music is checked. Sports is unchecked, reading is unchecked, and music is unchecked. Okay, so here we have learned how to handle our checkbox. So we can use the click operation to handle the checkbox. If we click it once, it will be checked. If we click it again, it is unchecked. Okay, now let's learn the validation part. Now in validation, I have explained 3 commands in the previous tutorials. So if you have seen all the tutorials before, I have also explained the difference between is selected, is enabled, and is displayed. Okay, so these are the 3 commands that we're going to use for validation. First is displayed. That is, it returns true or false if the element is displayed. Then we have the is selected. Then we have the is selected, which returns true or false if the element is selected. Okay, and next is enabled. So these 3 functions returns boolean values, that is true or false. So it returns true or false if the element is enabled. Okay, so these are the 3 commands for validation. And here let's validate it. So first I have explained how to handle it. So first we are clicking the element, like over here we are writing sports.click, so it is clicked. Okay, next we are unchecking it, so it is clicked again, it's unchecked. Now here I'll first use the is displayed. Okay, I'll just write sports dot is displayed. Okay, and I'll store this in a boolean type of a variable. So boolean bool1 is equal to sports dot is displayed, and we're going to print this. Now if this boolean variable is displayed, okay, now if this bool1 comes true and if it is displayed it is true, then we're going to write sports dot click. Okay, let's execute this. Since it will show true because the element is displayed on the web page. Okay, here my Chrome browser is launched, it's maximized, and you can see sports is selected, reading is selected, music is selected. Sports is unselected, reading is unselected, and music is also unselected. And again, the sports is selected. The reason behind that is because the Boolean value is printing true. And since we have given a condition over here, if the Boolean value is true, the sports will be clicked. Okay. Similarly, let's go for is selected. Okay. So here, if I write Boolean, bool2 is equal to, let's go for reading dot is selected. And next I'm going to write system.out.println and I'm going to print this value. Okay. Now let me give a condition. Now if boolean 2 is equal to false. Now if it is false, if it is not selected, then we're going to write reading dot click. Okay. Now let's execute this. Okay, so my Chrome browser is launched. It's navigated. It's maximized. And you can see sports is clicked, reading is clicked, music is clicked, sports is unclicked, reading is unclicked, and music is also unclicked. And again, the sports is clicked and the reading is also clicked. The reason why it is clicked because I have given over here the condition is like bool2 is equal to false, and here the output for when we are writing reading dot is selected, the output is false. Why? Because once we clicked it and after that again we are unchecking it, right? So is selected retrieves false if the element is not selected. So here the element is not selected at this point of time, so the value of bool2 is false, and since it's false then it's clicking it again. Okay. Now let's go for is enabled. Now again I'll write boolean bool3 is equal to music dot is enabled. Okay. Next we're going to print it. So I'll write 3, and here again I will give a condition. Condition will be if bool3 is equal to true. If the value is true, then music dot click. Just click the music checkbox. So let's execute this. Okay, so my Chrome browser is launched. It's maximized, and here sports is clicked, reading is clicked, music is clicked. Sports is unchecked, reading is unchecked, and music is also unchecked. And then again the sports is checked, reading is checked, and the music is also checked. The music is checked because the value of is enabled is true. Okay, and I have given the condition over here as bool3 is equal to 3. So bool3 is equal to true, so that's the reason why it's clicking the music element. So here we have learned how to handle the checkboxes, and here we have learned how to validate these checkboxes. Okay. So this is it for this video. I hope that you learned something new. So try these programs on your own, and if you face any problem, you can check out the GitHub link that is given in the description. Also, if you have any questions or any feedback, use the comment section below. In the next video, we will learn about the radio buttons, and join me in this video series and let's explore the automation testing. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe our channel and ring that bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.